We are back on my couch. We are no longer hotel hoppers.
Oh, thank God.
And today we are joined by one of my all-time favorite people. Survivor has done a lot for me, but one of the greatest things it's done is brought me this person, and that is a fact.
Cute.
And today we are joined by Andrea Boehlke.
That is so nice. That's so sweet.
It's true.
This is adorable. The first night I basically ever went to anything Survivor themed, you were there.
Okay.
And it was an interesting welcome into the world, but I will always be very grateful to you for guiding me through that night, even if maybe you don't remember it super well.
It's not that I forgot about it. I wasn't like drinking that much or anything. I just, in general,
there's a lot of these things.
There's
It's
a
been a
lot.
long
It
time.
all kind of mushes together.
I'm washed up now. This is a while ago. So
You'll go to
it's
so
fine.
many parties and they're all going to kind of blend together.
Yes, but you
I
never
do
forget your first.
Yeah, I do remember meeting you, and it was a fun time.
It was a fun time, but it was weird. You don't remember this at all?
No, I remember. You tell it because
I'm going to tell it.
Yeah.
This was like a formidable moment.
She doesn't remember.
She does not remember.
But it was not because I was super drunk or anything. I truly.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to paint that picture.
Yeah.
It
no,
was not that.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah,
like I can't remember anything.
It was just weird
bad.
for me. And this was like the period of time in my life where I'm like, just went through trauma. So I remember every single thing about when I got back. Okay, so this is the 44 finale pre-party that's happening in New York. This is the first thing I'm going to. I've been back from Survivor for like 5 days, 6 days. Like we're very fresh. I'm very skinny and easily drunk, to be honest. And we went to a party, we met, we're like hanging out, and then we're all trying to go to a second location, which becomes a drama because everything's closed near like Midtown. So we go somewhere, it's not good, and there's this girl who none of us know, who's friends with, I think, Gio from season 43, who was... Gio mentioned in 2025, who like was like, we should go to this.
No idea.
I don't know.
No, it's so fun. We should go to this gay bar, but it was like far away. So everybody's like, no, we're just gonna walk to this other bar. And she had called Ubers, and we didn't get in it. But I was blissfully, and so were you, unaware of what was happening. We end up still going to the gay bar because this bar we go to was bad. And then once we get there, I don't know why you and I were the targets of this, but she came up to us and was like, you two bitches think you're too good for a gay bar. Like, you're homophobic. I'm there like, I'm literally gay. Like, I promise you, you are like really upset at the beginning, but then you were so nice to her. You're like, but we didn't even know. Like, I'm so sorry. She was literally like screaming at us, like full screaming.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even remember
And you
this.
blocked that out.
Yeah, you blocked it out. And we were there like really late. I don't know why.
This is healthy compartmentalization.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody yells at me, I just
She like
block it
kind
out.
of apologized, but
I remember there was drama for sure, but I think I more remembered the bar we went to before that. We were trying to get in and they were closing down. And we were rolling with you, me, a couple other Survivor peoples, but
Brett from 33
Yeah,
was there. It was a very random
fairly
crew.
random. And then some of the fans that were there.
Yes,
and
they
so
had come with us.
we were trying to get drinks and
Oh, I remember this.
the bartender said, no, we're closing up. You have to leave. And then somebody in our group, it was not one of the Survivor players, but someone said, don't you know who they are?
Yeah, it was really horrible.
I think they even pointed at me. They're like, don't you know
You
who
were the
she
poster
is?
child,
And
yeah.
I was like, do not say that.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
You're
so
there like, Google,
embarrassing.
Google.
It's so embarrassing. Like, you don't know who I am? I was on Survivor like a decade ago. It was
Please,
so embarrassing.
Midtown bar, Irish bar.
People don't talk about this. Everybody's like, oh, Survivor, like the best diet ever. But truly, when
No.
you get home, it's actually like almost the reverse, is that then you're so hungry all the time. And it's really easy to put on 10 pounds, but it's really hard to lose 10 pounds. So like the 39 days, you wither away, and then you come back, and it was almost like the freshman 15.
Your
gain it back, and
metabolism
then
slows too.
Yeah.
I think I like try to do some research into this because I was like, what's happening to my body?
Yes, it was crazy.
And it was just like your metabolism slows, so then everything you put in is just gonna like
That's
stick.
so
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
So like, and also when your muscle burns, like the more muscle you have on you, the more calories you burn at rest.
Wow.
So if you lose all your muscle, you will burn less calories just by existing.
Interesting.
So, inherently.
Wow.
Yo, I mean, I won't get too deep into the weeds here, but it's so that the weight loss and then gain back is really hard for someone like I struggled with eating disorders, especially my first season, only being 21. I was still like in the throes
so
of
young.
eating
Oh my
disorders.
gosh.
So when you get so thin with someone that had like body dysmorphia, eating disorders, like was bulimic, like it was so, you're like, wow, this is what I
know.
wanted.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
so,
very hard.
And then like the world affirms like, oh, you look so great, island
It's
hot, blah
so
blah blah,
bad.
and kind of like
Island
messes you
hot.
up
No,
that way
so
too.
bad.
Yes, it is very, very difficult. I was only 24 too, so I was
You guys were so
we're
young. Oh my
your
God.
baby. Like, listen, I mean, we're not babies but like you are still learning the world and you're putting yourself out there. You're like withering. It's not an attainable weight for anyone,
And it's
then
not healthy.
Suddenly, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, like that's what people see you
The
as,
whole
and then they
world
see you in
see
real
you.
life, and you're like, well, now I have a little. You know who had a big thing? Like, I thought it was only women, but actually, Ethan has opened up a lot about like his body. Like, it's not just women who go through that, and I find it really interesting that. A lot of people have a similar experience with it.
Back then, Dalton Ross, I've forgiven him, but he would ask you, who's your favorite Survivor contestant? Who's your least favorite? And he asked me my favorite. I can't remember who he said, but he said, what's your least favorite? And I was a 21-year-old person. Like I'm a different person now, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't have a reason. I was kind of playing this whole shtick. Like I'm a tough farm girl. Like I was so in this, like I'm a tough farm girl. And I didn't know what to say. So I said Courtney Yates.
Oh,
By the way, no, I love Courtney Yates. She's one of the coolest people
that is
ever.
gonna not go over
No,
great though.
I love Courtney Yates, and I
Yeah.
think Courtney and I have mended things too. Like I think I apologized to her. I didn't know what I was on the spot. I thought I had to answer.
No, I
was
totally know how that
21,
feels.
My
Bitch, I
prefrontal
ju-
cortex wasn't developed. I didn't know.
It's true.
I just needed to answer it because I felt like I had to. So I said, "Oh, I guess Courtney Yates," because I don't think she participated in the challenges a lot.
It makes sense, like the antithesis of
I
what you're
just
trying
did-
to represent.
I just did the challenge reunion, and they asked me who the most overrated.
Oh yeah, you
challenger
took a lot
was.
of heat for this one.
And I said CT. And let me tell you, the
was
reaction
bold.
was wild. But here's the truth is that I tried to not respond. And that was not gonna go over. There was no
Yeah.
not responding. They were gonna sit there in silence until I responded. So I was like, fuck, I don't have a lot of knowledge of the challenge. So I'm like flipping through people who I could think of. And the only name that was not in the room that I could think that people like rate highly is CT. So I was just like, I'll just say CT.
you just say a name.
I just needed to say a
yeah.
name. And then I was like, I'm a dipshit for that.
Yeah.
I could have said any other name.
yeah, no, I know. So
And I have so
but the
many
pregame
rivalries.
thing is like you haven't even done anything.
and you're just trying to impress people. You think you have to answer every question.
Yeah.
you don't.
You don't think you can say no because it's like your first thing,
Yeah.
whatever. It's just
or your like 87 thing, but still you think you can't say no.
And I felt like I was playing this character of a tough farm girl. I don't know.
if you don't, if there's no context to who that is,
You should put in a picture. I mean, he was
Yeah.
adorable.
Let's
He was
take a
adorable, but
look.
I did not hook
Yeah.
up with him. And anyway,
never
it's,
beating the allegation.
again,
He's adorable.
again, funny now, devastating for me at 21, 23 with a
Well,
super religious mom
Yeah, that's
reading
horrible.
all
I mean,
this stuff.
listen, I also get called a whore, but I mean, let's be honest. Every show I've been on, I've hooked up with somebody. Except, I mean, not on Survivor, but I really have left a wake of broken hearts in my past. A lot of men with face tattoos in my history. And honestly, a few women as well. My parents have to sit on the couch together with my brother every Wednesday and click it on and just pray that I don't.
I'm
Now we're on a
always
in the
topic I
bottle.
can contribute in.
What?
I said now we're on a topic I can contribute in. Here.
Yeah.
I'm always amazed. It's like your parents are so chill about it.
Well, okay, so there was an episode 0 on the Challenge 39, and we played Spin the Bottle, and I'm like, fuck. I'm with my mom, my dad, and my brother. We're in Nashville, and we're in a hotel room watching it on like a little dinky TV. And I'm like, shit, I gotta warn them. So I'm like, guys, I'm about to do something really bad. And then I'm sitting with my dad. I'm passionately making out with this girl, Melissa. And I'm like, sorry, Dad. Like,
I couldn't
there's
be
no-
next to my parents at all if that was going to be on TV. I
and
don't
you know what? What's so crazy? Like, my dad reads all of the things too. So, like, he sees everything that everybody says about me. But I think he just, like, my parents just know who I am. I've never, like, hid any sort of facet. There's no space to hide anything in my family. Like, everybody's just such an open book. that
that's
for
good.
better or for worse, like they're just like, okay, that's who she is, and she does that. And
nice.
also, I mean,
Speaking of family,
yeah, speaking of family, look, my sister is bringing me an Aperol Spritz. It's, I mean, you must have just kept adding things to try to balance it out, and then you really brought it right to the tippy top.
Not the Aperol. I did the Aperol one.
Yeah, okay. You look cute.
Well, I changed my pants. I have to
We'll split this cow.
okay,
That's fair.
there was a screen, like a window screen in our house that my ex's dog had clawed through, right? And my sister, I live with my sister, she kept saying, Andrea, get this screen fixed, get this screen fixed. I was looking at the screen. I don't know how to fix this screen. I'm sure I could figure it out, but I just don't want to. So I happened to be on Reddit, on Milwaukee Reddit. Cool place to be.
All good things start on Reddit.
I'm on Bahamas Reddit right now because I'm going to Bahamas. I'm such a Reddit nerd.
Same.
You're not traumatized?
So
No, I don't want to look at those Reddits.
yeah, no, just
No.
Milwaukee Reddit. You can find things to do.
Books, fragrances. I'm on every Reddit.
So
Okay.
I needed to fix this screen. I'm getting guilted for it, and then I see on Reddit someone goes, "Hey, I just got kicked out of my house. I have nowhere to stay. I am looking for extra cash. Like I would do any odd jobs for you." And then these people are commenting saying, "Hey, man, I know life's tough. You could actually move this couch for $30. You could do this." And then I go, this is perfect. I actually have a screen for you to fix.
I have a problem, and you can be you seem to have your shit together. Why don't you solve my problem?
This is the perfect.
So
You
I say
seem equipped for the role.
A handyman just fell into my lap, and so I go, hey, I actually have a screen that you could fix, and I'll pay you. And I offered to pay him $50. So so this is where things started to go awry. We're talking.
This?
And he sends me some pictures from whatever Menards, whatever store he was gonna get the supplies from. And he says, okay, it's gonna cost like $18 for the supplies. And I say, okay, cool, I can send you money. Do you have Venmo? He goes, I have PayPal. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then he gives me the name, and it was kind of, making this a little different, but Nick Schreier 666. I'm like, ooh. I didn't know if that was a red flag or
No.
not.
The 666
Okay.
capital?
I
Is
can
that a red
assure
flag
you-
or no?
I feel if anybody actively chooses to put 666 in
there.
in a
That's a red
title
flag.
of theirs, yes, that's
Okay.
universally a red flag. That is the numbers of the devil.
I know. I
Is
think
it devil numbers?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I have a
pretty
problem
sure.
spotting a red flag. So
We'll test
I
that
did
later.
go, huh. Not the best username, but okay. And so I also then went to his page, and it was not safe for work. I go, uh-oh.
Okay,
and I
so-
clicked
There's
on
a
it,
few
but it was
warning
just because of
signs.
gaming. It was just because of gaming.
But this is
Okay.
so. I would just like to interject here
Maybe?
because as her friend, I'm watching her close stories progress, and she's telling this tale. I say, well, this would be the time to pull out. This would be the time. You know what? I'll Venmo you the $50. Consider it charity. You keep all the screen stuff, and let's just call it a wash. You got the devil in the name. Not safe for work. Signs are pointing to I don't need my screen fixed
flags
for
are
this.
flying.
I would say my well-being and safety probably ranks a little bit higher than this screen.
So-
but did she do that?
No.
No.
So the problem is, and I honestly, if you want to therapize me, you can, because I think I need it.
No, I've tried.
Yeah. 'Cause
I'm about
I don't know what
9 years into this friendship. I've tried.
I don't know what comes over me, but I think I just go with it. Like, I think
Yeah.
I just go with it. I have crazy stories from my life, and it's because I just go, yes, and. Well, so I go, you know what? I want to help this guy out. So I I PayPal'd him the money. He gets the supplies. He sends me a picture of the wire cutters. So I'm like, he's literally sending the murder weapon. So then I'm like, okay, great. And we arranged a time. And so the time is coming up, and he messages me, and he says, hey, I'm going to grab the bus because he doesn't have a car. I don't know when I will get there, but unless you want to pick me up from Starbucks. I just want to get it over at this point. So I go and pick him up.
Oh my God.
No, I know.
Alone?
Yeah, I know. Is
Is anyone else at your house?
No.
Did you pack a weapon?
No, I'm
Exactly.
telling you,
It's perfectly stalkable. I'm sorry, but
You're not beating the allegations.
no,
and
it's
because you're doe-eyed and you're cute and you let people in.
I mean, it's nice that you want to see the good in people.
no, I actually
though.
don't know what's wrong with me. So I did learn my lesson though. So then I pick
Well,
him up.
no, well,
I'm
okay.
shaking. I think I think it might be the thrill. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe this is too far.
Yeah.
But at this point, this guy was so nice in messages, and I felt bad that it was a guy down bad, and so he comes.
I'm sweating here.
He comes out of the coffee shop. He, long hair, has a backpack. He has tattoos, like tattoos here, and one is an upside down cross, and one's a upside down smiley face.
That's my type, actually.
And so then we go to my house, and he is starting to work on the screen, and he's watching a YouTube video to kind of fix it. And he basically can't figure it out. So I'm working next to him, shoulder to shoulder, helping him. He has this knife cutting this. He also pulled out his own, blade. I'm like, dude, this is insane.
And you're paying this man, and you're ending up doing it yourself anyway.
So I'm sitting there, what am I even doing? And then I have to go to him. I have to go to this meeting. I have to leave. And so I put him out in the entryway, and we agreed on that. I said, hey, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I can't let you here in my house.
Of course.
Yeah. So he finished it in the entryway. He does everything. I hand him, I only had $100, so I ended up paying him way too much. He messages me, I fix the screen, sends a picture. I go, great, it's all done. I'm never going to do this again. I come back, the screen is mostly fixed, but there's like a tiny hole. So I have to go fix this hole now.
She sent a picture of the screen, and it's not even So all of that, $100 down, literally living
Crazy
in fear
experience.
of her life.
Yeah.
And
now.
So if anyone can fix this screen.
Yeah, I was like, is it fixed?
Slide.
No, it's still sitting there.
Yeah, so if you're down bad, you can hit up Andrew. Yes, I do think there's an aspect of the adrenaline part, but I also think that you really love people who like live a little bit on the fringe of the norm.
Yeah.
Like that fascinates you. Like you are just innately very interested in people. And I think that when you find somebody who's in a situation or who lives their life in a different way.
It kind of sounds like Tata the Bushman.
Yeah. Let me dig in. Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't a deal breaker.
But I really innately do think that is what's going on.
Yeah.
Is that you are just fascinated by the way there are so many people in this world, and we all choose to live our lives so differently. And it's really easy in life to find people who are like-minded to you and then surround yourself with them. And it's a lot more difficult to find people in life that are different than you and still want to keep them around. And so I think you just choose to have people in your life who bring a lot of different things to the table. And I think that that's a really great thing. Yeah. It's just a terrible thing in dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. I do love the people on the fringe.
You really do. You love a fringeman.
Fringe.
You love a fringy. Okay. I one time got my fringe. Never mind. Okay, well, I'll just tell the story now. Okay, wait. Speaking of fringe,
got my fringe.
Can I just derail really quick? One time I was in Vegas and I had the worst. I was so drunk the night before, and I had won a ton of money, so I brought my sister and my mom to this spa, and I was getting a massage, and the hangover like really hit me. So on the way out, we were like in the Aria, and I sat on the escalator, and I was wearing this fringe dress, and all my fringe got caught in the escalator, and so I was just stuck in the escalator, and my dress is ripping off of me, and I'm flailing. I'm on the ground. My dress is being ripped off. I'm getting sucked into the escalator.
Sounds really traumatic. I'm sorry.
I know, and you know what my mom did? She took pictures of me.
Kim is yelling. It's so funny.
They took.
I have a
pictures
scar from
of me.
escalators, so it's okay.
I'm sorry, I'm blushing, but it was a traumatic moment for me.
That is pretty bad.
I hate that I said fringe of society because for every time fringe is such a trigger.
You really look triggered, Michelle.
I'm so triggered.
That sounds terrible.
I need my drink, and this is why I drink. My mother.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Kim to send us the photos.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. No, well, I had to see it just for me.
I was in a fringe cover up. That thing was sucked down. I think we've really about covered it.
Yeah.
we
Hey, was this
talked about escalators and
especially
body
unhinged?
image.
Well, all of them are pretty unhinged.
We're all pretty unhinged. This was
was
a little
especially
more
unhinged?
though. This was good, but we like unhinged.
Was it me? No, I think you two are unhinged.
Oh,
We're unhinged.
Well, we don't need to have a battle about who the most unhinged is.
Who's more hinged?
Yeah, we still have like a reputation uphold here.
What's the reputation?
Well, actually, I don't know, and I don't want to
Tell us in the comments.
Okay.
Please don't.
Well, honestly, it has been an honor. We're gonna turn this off, and me and you are gonna do this for another like 7 hours. So let's wrap this thing up. Listen, it's been great.
Thank you so
for
much,
joining us.
Andrea. You were
And tune in
unhinged
next
and fun.
week. It has been real, potentially a little bit too real.
Too real.
But be sure to subscribe to us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you are absorbing this amazing content. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye.